Robert Craven here. I'd like to talk today about something which is really worrying me, which is the way in which so many agency leaders are reverting to type. So what essentially happens is that over time we learn to become a better leader. We learn to become more adult in the way we think about things. We become less emotional, we become more rational, we pick up more leadership skills, we pick up more experience about how to be a good leader. And then what happens is something like COVID comes along. And what we should be doing is we should be taking all the best of what we know. Be rational, step back, be objective, do the numbers, understand what the implications are, look at the downside. Be rational. Write down the list of what we're going to do. Make it happen. But what actually happens is that we revert to type. So you've got to ask yourself, what is your type? And I suspect your type is less sophisticated than that leader that you were that was just pre-COVID, because just pre-COVID you'd had all that experience and you were starting to develop a better leadership style, a more mature leadership style, working on the business, not in the business, not being a meddling fool, not dabbling, not getting too involved in the detail, but letting your people run the agency. But reverting to the type means you go back to where you were, pretty much when you started the agency, which is, we're doing stuff, we're making stuff happen, I'm on a keyboard, I'm banging stuff away, I'm making small decisions. But by reverting to type, what you're doing is you're suffocating your people. You're suffocating from them, stopping them from being able to do what they do best, which is run their teams, run their departments, run the bits and pieces that they run. You think you're doing good because you're getting all the kind of testosterone and endorphins and endorphins from doing stuff. But you're doing the detail, you're doing the tactical stuff at a time when more than ever your agency needs you to be stepping back and being grown up and having a deep voice and making decisions in a cool and calm way. Now I get that we're now kind of through the worst, but I don't think we are through the worst. I think more agencies are going to go bust now than went bust when this whole thing kicked off. So now, more than ever, having survived and having got this far, lockdown, release, second wave, blah, 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 having got this far and having kept your agency together now is the time more than ever to take on the mantle of leadership, to take on the mantle of being grown up, to take on the mantle of looking at the facts, looking at the opportunities, looking at the challenges, looking at the downside, looking at the upside, and then making those decisions and then acting on them. But stop being so tactical, stop being so in the thick of it, and give your agency what it deserves, which is someone at the helm who's able to look behind, in front, left, above, beneath, and make rational decisions and not just emotional decisions. Now, those emotional decisions may have got you where you are now. You may think they have, but you look at the great leaders and it's the decisions are not purely emotional pieces. There's a real sense of objectivity. That's why virtually all the great leaders do yoga and mindfulness and meditation, because then when they're confronted with an issue, it's not their ego responding to the situation. It's not their emotion and their passion responding to the situation. It's a decision being made. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you found that of use.